Hey guys, welcome to Figure Your Style, where I help women figure their style and help them to dress for their body type. So I don't know if you watched my last video, but this is a style series where each month I talk about a topic. I bring my friends, we talk about all things fashion and style, and at the end of the video I style them and pick outfits that work for their body type. So today we're talking about how to find your personal style. And I have two of my girlfriends here with me. Do you guys want to introduce yourself?
I'm gonna let Toby go first, out of respect.
So out of
respect.
Respect for what?
I just think that.
Okay, y'all. Okay, so my name is Toby Fagon. What do you want me to say about myself?
You are a makeup artist.
My name is Toby Fagon. I am an engineer. Okay, and a makeup artist.
For respect.
And a beauty content creator. I don't know if you guys care about any of this, but yeah, I love makeup and skin, and that's me.
All right, Tochi.
Okay, well, not as impressive as she is, but my name is Tochi Obioha. Apparently, I'm obsessed with healthcare as far as my career goes. So, and yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming. What do you think of when you think personal style?
I mean, it's probably not going to be a perfect answer, but being in the presence of the experts, you can tell me better. I will say personal style for me is just more about me looking good and feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
And I know that can be subjective as far as what looking good means, but
yeah,
I
really
think,
subjective.
Basically, like personally, it's like if I feel good or I feel like I look good and then I'm comfortable as well.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Now, I would say I'm very similar in the same way that, what does personal style mean to me? It means how you like to present yourself, like how you like to feel, like what's personal to you, and the way that when people see you, you're like, yeah, that's me. So,
exactly.
Yeah, for me, that's just like comfort and chic. Like, I want to look good, but I also want to be comfortable. So, same thing.
Yeah. I agree with you guys. I mean, I feel like is a way for me to just express myself. So if today I wake up and I feel like I just want to look like a baddie, I just, dress to portray that. So at the end of the day, it's called personal style for a reason. It has to be like something that is, you. So have you always known your style, or, is it something that you're still trying to navigate? Do you think it has been the same over the years, or has it changed?
Well, so I guess the question of have you always known your style, I think the answer is yes for me. It's.
Wait, at what age though?
Did you? At what age? Oh my god, I came out of my mother's womb like, yeah, clam. I know how to, you understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think I've always known. Maybe kind of going back to what I said personal style means to me. So it's like if something doesn't kind of fit with that goal, or put in something that doesn't like fall within, make me feel that way, then I just know it doesn't work, or like I see looks in people and, things like that I emulate or admire, and if it just doesn't fall within that category, then it's like it doesn't work. But it has definitely changed. I think on the foundational, like how I like to feel and look has been the same, but my style has definitely changed, and I will say a part of that maybe has to do with also like beauty trends and things. So like fashion is, it is in flux consistently. Beauty trends, all of that changes, so I think my style is consistently always changing with that as well.
Right.
Okay. What do you think, Toby?
I would say for me, so have I always known my personal style? I don't know. I would say yes and no. Yes, in that I've always like seen things that I would know that if I wore that, it would potentially look good on me. But no, in the sense that I feel like a lot of times I have let and yes, you have to dress for your body type, but I have dressed based off of like what society says is good on my body type, and not necessarily what I think I would like and feel good in. So obviously I'm plus size, so a lot of times there might be something that I'm like, if that was made properly, that would look good on me. But because I'm plus size, like, oh, that's not something a plus size person should wear. So in that sense, I feel like even though I've always known I've not always like worn things that now, because I know my style, like I'm more confident in myself and in my style. Now it's like, even if society says like, it's like, no, I'm gonna wear that crop top.
You know, it looks good on you.
I know it's going to look good on me if I wear it with the right type of pants and like, you know, the right accessories and stuff like that. So I'll definitely say more no than yes, just because of that. It's like, or like things like heels. Like I'm tall, right? So it's like I have a ton of heels, but for the longest time, like for years, I never bought heels. Like all I ever had was flats. Like up until very recently, like maybe 3 years, I just never bought heels because I was like, well, I'm tall and people are always telling me that I'm too tall, so why would I want to wear heels to feel even taller? But now, if I want to wear heels, I will wear them. But the only reason I probably don't wear them as much is comfort, which is a higher priority for me.
We're going to dive right into some of the tips for someone to find their personal style, right? So the first thing obviously is looking for, or the first thing you want to do is to look for inspiration, right? The whole point of looking for inspiration is, because you are trying to find out what are some of the things that I like, what are some of the things that I don't like, because right now you feel like, I don't know what fits me, I don't have a style, nothing, right? So basically I'm just trying to look for inspiration, right? So have you guys, or in your personal style journey, do you feel like that's something that you leaned on, like looking for inspiration on maybe like Instagram, Pinterest, or what do you feel like that's something that played a part in you trying to find your personal style? What do you?
Yeah, 100% for me, because like I feel like if I go on any like website, like I mostly shop online just because I don't have the energy to go in stores. Like it just gives me a headache. But I feel like if I'm shopping for something, I need to see that piece of clothing on somebody that looks like me, because even if they might have my size, I'm not going to go off of like somebody that's a size 2 to gauge what will look good on me. And then not just that, like, so I make sure like, okay, there's a plus size model wearing this, what does it look like on them? And even then, it doesn't always come out looking the same way on me. But what I also like to do is on Instagram, obviously, we have a lot of fashion influencers, right? People who post try-ons, all of these things. So when I'm, what happened?
No, I did this sweet and fashion influencer.
LOL.
LOL, no shade at all.
I know, no shade. I was like, what's going on here? But we have a lot of fashion influencers, right? So I like, there are a few plus size fashion influencers I follow. Honestly, right now I can't remember any of them off the top of my head, but I like to follow those people. On Instagram you can save like posts. So I have collections for like different things. So if I see somebody that I like how they dress and I see their plus size, they don't even have to be as big as me. They just have to be like on the bigger size. And I'm like, oh, I like this person's style. This is the type of thing that I would like to wear. Seeing it, then I save it. And then if I'm ever like trying to put together a look or I'm trying to shop, then I refer back to them and see like, let me see what they did. It's like, okay, they did a vacation. Or I'm like, okay, I have a top that I can do. I have jeans, I can recreate that outfit. So that's what I tend to do a lot of times for me.
Okay.
So I'm listening to her speak, and honestly, I'm just like literally in my mind like thinking of how I'm probably the complete opposite of almost everything you just said.
Interesting. Okay.
One, I do not shop online. I prefer to shop in person.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm terrible with shopping online. I don't know why. Like,
but I feel like some people just want to feel the fabric. They want to see how it looks in person.
Yeah, and it's like, so here's the thing, right? So I think the other thing, kind of alluding to the other thing that you said, is like you want to see it on someone that looks like you. So if you saw it on a plus size model or something, then you have an idea of what it looked like. Right. But for me, it's never always the case. So like even if I see an outfit on someone like that looks my size, it doesn't always like translate to that's what it's gonna look like for me, because then I'm overthinking like oh, I know that my body proportion is like completely different.
Yeah, of course.
Unique. So it's like I have a shorter torso and longer legs.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about like, oh yeah, granted the model is like exactly my waist size or whatever, and they say she's wearing like a small, but like chances are if I buy that exact size, then it's gonna be like it might be my waist size, but then it's too short. So so I'm like, I always have a long leg problems.
I can relate to that. The struggle is real. These bonefuls.
But
I've had to manage.
Listen, it's like I came out my waist size in the juniors, and guess what? It's like the pants are on my knee. Like,
Yeah,
wow,
I
you know
know.
what I'm saying? So it's like, it's so hard. I have
No.
to be in person and try it out this time.
Yeah.
No, you bring up a good point with the whole like body time. That's what we talked about in our, you know, in my last video, that we all have different body proportions, and I may see something that looks good on Tochi, but that may not necessarily work for, you know, my body type. So it's up to you to make those, you know, tweaks here and there so that that works for you.
It's like a combination of style and body type, like when you're shopping.
Yeah, so just like they said, looking for inspiration. I feel like Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, those are the places to get really good, you know, good inspiration. Pinterest, you can just have different boards and just pin stuff to it. And once you do that, then you can start to get a better understanding of, okay, I think you can see the patterns, right? You can see, okay, I think all the things I'm seeing a lot of pastels, or I'm seeing a lot of maxi skirts, or I can see, you can identify those patterns. And once you identify, then you can, you know, start to put all of that together and trying to find, okay, these are the things that I like, you know, and just go from there.
Yeah.
Second tip to finding your personal style is to do a wardrobe audit or a closet cleanse. So how, or have you guys ever, in your personal style journey, have you ever done like a wardrobe cleanse or a wardrobe audit?
Every year, at least once or twice. Like, I go through my closet. Actually, there was a big bag of clothes that I moved to my car earlier.
Yeah.
And that was a bunch of stuff that I took out from my closet because I was like, I don't like this thing anymore, or I only wear this thing when, like, literally I feel like I don't have anything else to wear. And honestly, I would rather force myself to actually wear something that I like than to just throw something on that I hate, which I feel like some of those things were like, I really don't like this anymore, or I just don't wear this anymore, or I haven't worn this in the past year. The wardrobe cleanse is necessary. I think it's a necessity.
So when you're doing a closet cleanse, depending on whatever season you're going into, yes, you are trying to identify you're trying to identify some of the things that you like, some of the things that, you know, no longer work for your lifestyle. But when you put away those things that you feel don't suit you anymore, you want to pay close attention to the patterns. You want to see, okay, what are, you know, is there a theme here? Is it that I don't like clothes from a particular brand? Or is it that, you know, there's a particular fabric that I don't like the way that fabric looks on my body? You know, is it a particular color? Finding your personal style is a journey, is not something that happens overnight. So just be patient with yourself. Like I said, pay attention to those patterns, and you don't need to, if you identify things you don't like, you don't have to just get rid of everything all at once and just buy everything. Like, just take that, you know, just be patient and take it slow, basically. Now the next step is for you to shop with intention, right? So what are some of the, you know, tips that you think has helped you in your personal journey when it comes to shopping?
Probably another big intention is going back to body type, you know. So I do like pants that are like all the full length, all the way to the floor, right? But then there's the issue of like finding my waist size and that length in the same combination is kind of hard. So it's like, you know, there's an intention behind that. Or it's like, oh, I have, you know, like trying to match like shoulders with like my boot size and like trying to place the kind of top. I'm always very like picky about the kind of top that I would get. Just because I just don't feel like everything would look, you know, it wouldn't look that flattering. I mean,
I think for me, one intention, like now that you explained it the way you did, is like versatility. So I definitely, like when I'm getting something, I try to make sure that whatever I'm getting, it's not something that I just wear. I can only wear it like one way. I have to be able to like.
I have to think about how can I wear this in like three different ways.
Because I'm not, you know, about the life of buy it once and then do wear it again. It's like, you know, I'm spending my money on it, so I'm going to wear it. You know. Yeah,
that's the cost per wear, right? I want my money to work for me. I want to see how many ways I can, you know, wear that.
So like, so for instance, if I was getting like, you know, a pair of jeans, okay. These jeans that if I wanted to wear casual, I could wear casual. Can I dress them up if I wanted to a bit? You might potentially wear them for different types of functions.
So you guys have shared really good tips when it comes to shopping with intention. So Toby, just like you said, you mentioned, you know, thinking about cosplay wear, right? So when you're shopping, you want to know, okay, how many ways can I style this white shirt? How many ways can I style this pair of jeans? So that way you're getting your money's worth. Another thing too that we talked about is, like I said, fabrics. I want to, you know, look at the fabrics I'm wearing. Is it, you know, something that can last long? Am I buying something that has, you know, like 80% spandex? Because spandex is a material that stretches, right? You know, when you see fabrics like that, they tend not to last long, right? So so those are things that, you know, you should be paying attention to. Asking yourself, you know, questions. Why do I need this? Like you said, not just going and just saying, oh, I'm just buying something because for buying sake. You want to ask yourself why, what is the purpose? Do I even need this? You know, so those are the kind of questions to ask yourself when you're shopping, and that will just help you shop better. So yeah. The last and final tip is trying to create a capsule wardrobe. So a capsule wardrobe basically is a wardrobe that has the key essential pieces for the lifestyle that you have. So remember, when we talked about this at the beginning, your style should feel personal to you, right? So everything you need to have in your wardrobe should be for that lifestyle you have. If I'm someone who goes to the office Monday to Friday, my wardrobe should reflect that, right? So now that's why you're doing a wardrobe audit or a closet cleanse, because you're trying to identify what are some of those gaps in my closet, right? So I can then shop to fill those gaps. When it comes to trying to find your personal style, it is a journey, right? It's not something that is going to happen overnight. It is something that, you know, you learn as you go. You find things that work for you, you find things that don't. But yeah, all right guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and style my girlfriends. I picked a couple of spring outfits that works for their body type. So make sure to watch this segment and I hope you enjoy it.
So here's how I styled my friend in this double denim look. Now, it's spring, it's a spring trend, so I'm so here for this. Now, starting off with her body type, she has more of a curvy silhouette and she loves her legs looking elongated. So I put her in this high-waisted jean. I also wanted to define her waist. So the jean does that, but also the denim corset top does that as well. I also wanted to add some volume to the upper part of her body and create contrast in her outfit. So I layered with this biker jacket, and where the jacket stops actually helps to define the waist as well. But as you can see, she was feeling herself. I was feeling her in the outfit too. But overall, I love it for spring. We decided to switch things up a little by pairing it with a blazer. As you can see, where the blazer stops is actually passes her hip a little. Now, if the blazer just hit her hip, now that will make her hip look wider than it actually is. But this is another way to style this look. So here's how I styled my friend in this beautiful pink outfit. So starting off with her body type, she is more of an athletic build with really nice broad shoulders. I started off by putting her in this asymmetric drape top. Now this will help to add curves and soften her broad shoulders. I stayed away from wide necklines like off-shoulder tops because that will make her shoulders look broader than they actually are. I added some volumes to her lower part of her body using this relaxed trousers, but overall I love this look. I think it works perfectly for spring.
Guys, thank you for watching and I hope you found these tips helpful. Thank you to my girlfriends Tochi, Toby, thanks for coming on my channel, and make sure to go watch my previous video where I talk about tips on how to dress for your body type. And yes, make sure to share this video, like, comment, and also don't forget to subscribe. Until then, see you in my next video.
Bye.